Pablo Escobar is dead, yet cocaine was still booming in Colombia, and that's in part due to the Cali Cartel. Hey guys, welcome to the Bin Zone review of Narcos Season 3, and today we're talking the Cali Cartel. You guys probably remember them from Season 1 and 2, but anyway, let's just jump into the story. Season 3 pretty much takes place right after Pablo's death, and with Pablo gone, the Cali Cartel has risen into prominence, and they've become the #1 sole distributor of 90% of the cocaine around the entire world. They turned what Pablo started as a little cocaine trafficking thing into a billion-dollar company. And while they're at the height of their power, making $6 to $7 billion a year, they came up with a deal with the Colombian government that they would retire on top, cease all operations of their cocaine game, dismantle their company, and they get to retire on their own term, keep their money, keep their lands, keep their businesses, the legitimate ones at that. And they pretty much won the cocaine game. They started as regular traffickers, built a billion-dollar company, and they would get to just keep it all if they just stopped in 6 months' time. And that's where the show takes place, during that 6 months, and how not everything you plan goes according to plan. Because the Cali Cartel, like I said, is a billion-dollar company, and they were run meticulously by the 4 godfathers of the cartel. We have Gilberto Rodriguez, Miguel Rodriguez, Pacho Herrera, and El Chepe. These 4 ran it like a meticulous business, and they're willing to retire on top. But like I said, it's the cocaine game, and not everything goes according to plan. What I love about this season is, after having such a phenomenal first 2 seasons dealing with the life of Pablo Escobar, I didn't think the Cali Cartel story, while I knew it was somewhat interesting, I didn't think it could capture me like the Pablo Escobar story did. But this one was actually more enticing, more engaging. This season of Narcos was, dare I say it, better than the previous 2 seasons of Narcos, just because of the slew of different characters we're dealing with and the different personalities of the Cali Cartel and just the way they operate their businesses. It's fascinating seeing how well constructed and well built the Cali Cartel was, and just how much power they had, how much influence they had over Colombia. They even bought the president of Colombia in their pocket. Like, that is ridiculous. And this season was non-stop action and brutality. But unlike Pablo, the Cali Cartel had a more subtle, more discreet level of brutality, while they're pretty brutal themselves. But this season did something that the previous 2 seasons of Narcos didn't do, and the fact that it introduced a bunch of new characters, and these new characters played prominent roles in the story. And the fact that Javi Pena, played by Pedro Pascal, was so masterful in his return. You guys remember him from the first 2 seasons, and him being back and being the main character as opposed to Agent Murphy from the first 2 seasons is a nice change of pace. While keeping us with a familiar character from the first 2 seasons, we got a shift in dynamic, a shift in point of view from a different character and how they operate. And that's a testament to the showrunners. For us to be going through the 3rd season of Narcos and it still feels like a fresh new series, you legitimately don't have to watch the first 2 seasons of Narcos to actually enjoy Season 3. That makes this season that much better because it's able to stand on its own, because the story it tells is fresh, new, and exciting, and it really pulled you back into the world of Narcos. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and everything that you loved about the first 2 seasons, the bit of history that's infused in it, the dual languages really made you pay attention. Like, Narcos is one of those shows where you can't binge watch in text. You can't do something else and not pay attention to Narcos, unless you speak Spanish, of course. But I don't, so like, I had to legitimately pay attention to this season because I don't understand Spanish, so I have to be able to read the subtitles. By forcing you to pay attention to the series, Narcos is one of those shows that you can really enjoy. Because unlike most binge watch sessions, you can turn the TV on, turn on whatever series you're binge watching, and you can pull out your phone, start texting, pull out your laptop, start doing something else, and you can still hear what's going on. So you can, if it's not an action sequence, you can just listen to the dialogue between the characters. But Narcos forces you to pay attention, and you have to pay attention to see the systematic destruction of the Cali Cartel, as well as just how ingenious the Cali Dons were in the story, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Overall, I enjoyed Narcos more so than I did the first 2 seasons. It really was a fresh new story, and it left us with just enough that we can actually go into Season 4, which, by the way, has already been greenlit by Netflix. So next year, Season 4 of Narcos will be on its way. Thirdly, I enjoyed Narcos this season. There's some new characters that they introduced, especially Jorge, which really drove the story home and made it somewhat personal. Like, because we're dealing with a billion-dollar company, we have this macro level of cocaine trafficking and government conspiracy. But with the character of Jorge and Palomero to some certain extent, and even Javi, we're able to take this macro problem and personalize it with these characters. as we follow them through their journey, especially Javi and what he has to go through and how he has to navigate through the Cali Cartel in order to save himself, his wife, and make sure that these guys are taken out for good. Anyway, I enjoyed this season. It was pretty good. It was pretty great, actually. Did you guys see Narcos? If you did, let me know what you thought about it below. What was your favorite character? What was your favorite moment of this season? Because my favorite moment has to be the bathtub sequence when they're drilling the hole with... Anyway, I don't want to spoil it for you guys who haven't seen it. Definitely check it out. And if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, binge on.